Hey, Alex. Hey, what are we gonna do with the homeless, dude? I told you. I'm telling you, they're taking over, fool. It's squeaker heaven. They're gonna come. It's gonna be. It's gonna be the Matrix, dude. What are we gonna do with the homeless?
I
We gonna
think
hug them?
a lot of these homeless people in LA are not from here because they're coming here because of the weather. So we're inheriting America's homeless problem as well as having our own homeless problem
Okay, no.
combined.
What are we going with the homeless? That's the question. What are we gonna? I don't want to hear the whole thing about we're inherited. What are we gonna do with the homeless?
I don't think there's anything we can do.
The tents, dude. The tents.
Well, we used to have a dome city along the 110 freeway like 20 years ago. I don't know if you
Right.
remember this, but there were these white domes, like looked like igloos, and they put the homeless people there. But our homeless population was like a fraction of what it was what it is today.
Yes.
So I really got to think hard about what do we do with the homeless. One of my
What do you mean you gotta think hard? Okay, are they homeless or are they drug addicts?
they're both.
Majority.
Not all homeless people are drug addicts. Some of them are
Majority.
alcoholics.
Majority. Well, that's drug addicts. That's a drug.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I'm thinking, okay.
No,
Well,
that's not okay. It's a
differentiate
drug.
between people who are suffering from alcoholism and then
Listen, if you booze up every day, if you're putting heroin in your fucking thing, if you're smoking meth, if you're just you're an addict. So they are. I want to say homelessness in my city is 85 to 90% addicts, dude. You no.
I don't think it's that high, addicts.
No, you're lying to yourself, Alex. You're lying to yourself,
Because
brother.
look, you're
You need
looking
to come
at
out here with me.
no, you're looking at the visible homeless population. Do you know that most people that are homeless are sleeping on people's couches every day?
I'm not talking about the homeless that you fill it up thing, hey man, are you homeless? Yeah. I'm talking about the motherfucker got nowhere to live, he's living in a tent because he's shooting dope. The majority of the guys you see on the street out there are shooting dope, are smoking methamphetamines, are getting fucked up, and the ones that are out there on the fucking carts going crazy are the guys who were smoking 5 years ago, dude. It's the same people, and until the politics really start talking about it, homelessness, not even homeless. Drug addiction is worse than gang violence, it's worse than racism, it's worse than anything else. Drug addiction is the worst thing going on in America today, believe it or not, Alex.
Okay, but that's part of America's fault too. It's part of the government's fault why they let so many drugs come in this country in the first place.
I believe that, yeah.
But
what do we do?
They could prevent drugs from coming in this country if they really wanted to.
What do we do as a community now?
Okay, well let's say that I don't believe 80% of homeless are addicts. But
Okay.
let's say it is 80%.
Okay.
Then you still have a 20% problem that are not addicts.
There 20%, there is enough housing. I live in North Hollywood. I'm telling you, my city's like a fucking little Los Angeles, little metropolis, right?
Yeah.
We have an area over here that's by the NoHo district. Big, beautiful fucking apartments that are about way too expensive. $2,500 for a one bedroom, right?
Crazy.
Then you get down to the middle of the city. You have encampments. The back of the city, you have encampments. Every other street, you have encampments. Then you get more into North Hollywood. It gets grimy. It gets dirty. You get to the Lancashire part. Lancashire has made 4 big-ass buildings for women's shelters, for homeless shelters, for housing when you're going from the joints. We have all that, but what's going on over here is, now they have tough sheds. You know those tough sheds, 8 by 12 tough sheds? They have 2 places in North Hollywood with tough sheds, about 100 to 200 tough sheds here, 100 to 200 tough sheds here. And what does that do? That brought more homeless people. It's almost like the immigration problem. You want to fucking grab them and love them? Well, that's what's going to happen. So now the gravity in North Hollywood, you come to my city, you saw it last time you came. Dude, North Hollywood is getting more and more full of homeless people, dude. Why? Because it's a drug problem, dude. It's not a homeless problem, dude.
I actually think that before it's a drug problem, it's probably a mental health problem first that leads those people to drugs.
No. I used to smoke meth, dude. I used to do meth. All right. One time, the reason I stopped doing meth because I had a heart attack in my bathroom. I didn't want my kids to see me. I'll tell you the story one day if you want to do it. Yeah. That's the minute I stopped doing meth. I dropped the meth in the toilet. I dropped the coke in the toilet. I dropped the bud in the toilet. I'm doing this, and I'm about to have a heart attack in front of my kids. And I said, Jesus, dude, Do I want my daughter to see me coming out of the fucking stretcher? No, I've done it. I've had homies that are doing it. I got homies that are still doing it. What it is, it's a meth problem. I'm in the jungle, dude. And I'm telling you, Alonso, we're in the jungle. It's a fucking meth problem, dude.
Yeah, but you're downplaying the severity of mental illness that leads to drug use as well. And
No. It's the opposite way. They smoke meth and they become cuckoo. It's a different. No. It ain't that. I'm mental. I'm gonna smoke meth. No, I'm smoking. I got homies that they're losing their shit, dude. They lose and they've lost your shit.
See, someone just said it. Mental illness, 100% right here.
Well, they can stay. They can stay whatever they want. I've been in North Hollywood since 1980 motherfucking one, and I'm still here watching my homies. I'm like the guy doing this, dude. I'm not the guy watching what I've been here since 1981. And since 1981, the homies have been doing this. And now the homies are doing this. I'm like a motherfucking Jacques Cousteau of my neighborhood. How we doing? I'm like a Jacques Cousteau of my neighborhood, and I'm telling you, meth is destroying us. Drugs are destroying us. It's not the way around. We're mental. No, the drugs are destroying us, Alonso.
Okay.
Black and brown and white.
The missus actually been listening to our conversation. She's got something she wants to add.
Let's do it.
Well, I totally agree that drugs are destroying us.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's generation after generation. And when you have offsprings from someone who has been on drugs, you just pass down and they become dependent on something. And therefore now they have mental illness. They have something that it's hard for them to cope in the world, in the community. So, they end up now continuing the issue, and now they're on drugs. And so now they're incapable of taking care of themselves. And here they are.
Oh, I got one for you. Okay. I got one for you. So what you're telling me pretty much right now, what you said is genes, right?
I'm not.
No. Yeah. You pretty much said genes right now.
I'm not saying necessarily genes. I'm saying, but it does.
No.
You get passed down.
Wait. You said you said it can get passed down from parent to this. That's genes. What else is it? Yes.
Yeah. It can.
Okay. So let's say
those crack babies are still.
Okay. No. I agree. Genes. We're gonna get into a world where they're gonna look at those genes and then exclude you out of those genes. Is that a world you wanna be in?
Do I want to be in there? No. I have children myself. Do I want them on drugs? Was I on drugs? I didn't pass it down, but I see it. It's prevalent. It's still happening in this world. No one's going to stop taking drugs. So
okay. How about this? You say nobody's going to stop taking drugs. Right now, the way LA City runs their thing is you can put a tent on the sidewalk. You can sit there and stage up for about, 3, 4, 5 days, because I call them. I gangbang now against the homeless in my city. I'm the one that goes out there and talks shit to these guys, because they're like fucking flies on shit. They come, they sit there, and the thing is this: they're gonna continue to get high as long as the city doesn't kick them out, as long as the city doesn't give them punishment. We need to make tents, okay? Listen to this. We need to make tents like an Acton or some area. Put medical places where they have to get the help. Because if not, what's gonna happen? If I'm a drug addict and I'm in my hood and they gotta give me 3 days to leave my hood, I'm like, all right, I got 3 days. I got 3 days, homie, no problem.
So
that's the world we're living. We're sitting here hugging these guys. No, get the fuck out of here.
You're basically saying, let's displace them. Let's put them someplace.
Oh, let's displace them. Is that the word we're saying now?
Somebody else's community. I mean, the problem still goes on. They're still
okay.
They're still going to need something to
again.
Cook. Therefore, now the problem is in somebody else's backyard. It's not in your backyard because you already banged.
Oh no, it's in my backyard. It's all over North Hollywood. It's in my backyard. I can go outside right now and show you an RV in the back of my house.
It's everywhere.
No. But you said it's not in my backyard. It's in my backyard, and I'm tired of it. I work for a living. I pay taxes for a living. Listen, okay. When it's in fucking Hancock Park in front of the mayor's house, then it's okay. When it's in Bel Air, Bel Air is Los Angeles City. Bel Air is not It's not incorporated. When it's in Bel Air, there's tents in front of Bel Air, in front of those rich houses, it's okay. The thing is, in middle class houses, in lower middle class, they let the tents go on. And they don't let it in high end areas, dude. That's what I think.
Well, let me just stop real quick.
No, you love it.
In Culver City, when my kids used to go to school, the underpass for, I think on Venice between Centinela, no, Sepulveda. Is he frozen?
Yeah, that frozen.
One side was clean. There had never.
Because one side was Culver City.
The Culver City side was
yeah, the one side was Culver City. Why can't LA do that?
Well, here's the thing: Culver City and LA, they border each other. So you have
yeah, like perfect.
They have one street that separates them, and all the homeless were on one side of the street, and the other side was clean. So all Culver City did is said, we're going to push all the homeless people into the LA side.
Of course, I would if I was Culver City.
But if LA wanted to, they could push the homeless back into Culver City, back into Santa Monica, and push it out.
LA is using the homeless population to build more housing, to build more development. I work for these guys, Alonso. I'm telling you, they're using the homeless problem since 2008. That's when they stopped all the regulation because everybody lost their homes and you went into your houses and people were homeless that time. It went bad, right? And they kept it going. But now the guy sitting on the side of my house is not a guy who lost his house back in 2008. It's a guy who's been smoking meth for the last 4 or 5 years. So it's a zombie. And they're still using it. We need to build more. Out here in Ohio, like I said, come out here. There's a lot of, it's going to be a point where I want to say Los Angeles is going to look like San Francisco. It's going to be a place where you have money, you can live there, and if you don't, you're gone. That's what it's coming to, dude.
Well, I deal with the homeless people all the time where I live and where I work, and it doesn't offend me as much as it offends you. You know,
it offends me, dude. It offends me.
I see it every day. You know, I exit the 101 freeway right there at Western. You know, if you exit the 101 on Western,
oh, I saw,
nothing but trash and
and that's okay.
No, it's not okay. You know, we definitely need to. That's Caltrans's fault.
No, it's not. You can't keep up with the roaches. What are you talking about? You can't keep up with these people. They're getting trashed. They're getting tweaked out. No. You cannot keep up with these people. Alonso, stop.
Joe Grover from CBS did a story on Caltrans and showed that they haven't been cleaning the freeway since 2019.
Gotta believe it.
COVID, you know, that's Caltrans' fault.
Listen, from what I know is before a cop used to come into the street, if you're loitering, hey, get the hell out of here, right? I would think, right?
So
nowadays,
what's your solution then? Just arrest everyone?
I told you. What we do is this, do it again. Listen,
put them in Acton. Take them to Acton.
We put them in Acton. Okay, listen, Dick, listen. We put him in some kind of like tent city, like the Joe Arpaio's punk ass did in Arizona, right? I was there in that time. You make tent cities. You put these guys in here. Dolphins don't want to be in there. Dolphins want to get high. So if you loiter, you do this, you do that, you're going to that place and you're going to rehab, motherfucker. That's what we're saying. We're sending all these tweakers, all these dolphins to rehab because what we're doing is we're fucking pissing on the fire. No, we got to put money into sending all these dirtbags into rehab. That's what they need. Okay, if they don't want it.
So if that's the cause of all this homeless people, then what you're going to do is displace all these people, and then guess what's going to happen? A whole new generation of homeless people are going to be created right before our eyes again.
Hey, wait. I'm going to displace tweakers and fucking heroin addicts? What are they fucking migrant turtles from the fucking west of the Mississippi or what? Well, they're tweakers.
Okay, so whatever the case is.
You're not displacing nobody. They're tweakers.
Okay, but your solution does not address preventing a new generation of tweakers.
No, wait. I'm getting there, Alonso. Wait a minute. Right now is what I'm seeing is this, dude. When I was a kid in the 80s, right? I used to see the homie rolling up, whatever lowrider car. I used to see the homie choloed out, and I looked at that, and I fucking idolized that, right? I thought that was normal. I thought that was gangster. I became that, did my thing in my neighborhood, right? Now what's going on is these young guys are seeing guys that are using heroin at 16, 17 years old. This wasn't happening in my time, dude. And why is that? Because the culture, the culture of drug addiction, the culture of homelessness, it's okay because now they have a gang. Before, you would not see a youngster out in the hood in a tent or no, fuck, you're getting fucked up, you're getting clowned. You are not gonna do that. Now it's okay. So they have so much numbers that now it's not gonna, the kids are growing up and are not gonna look at homies cool or Crips cool or Bloods cool. They're gonna look at drug addicts as being cool, and they're gonna become a generation of drug addicts, homeboy. That's what I think.
Well, what about I was reading that 1 out of 5 homeless people are veterans from the United States military. 1 in 5. That's 20%. Veterans.
And the veterans.
Some of them are on drugs too. Some of them are tweakers. Some of them are mental illness.
Veterans got money coming, whatever they do. I don't give a shit. If you're a veteran and they do, all they gotta do is go through the paperwork, jump through the hoops. I had a guy on today that was a veteran. He didn't start getting his fucking his benefits until 30 years after. He was a heroin addict for 30 years, dude. And he got them now. If you're a veteran, you can get your money, you can get your paycheck, and you deserve it regardless of what fucking drugs you're doing. I'm in my head.
Yeah, but from what I understand, if you're homeless and you don't have a mailing address, there's a lot of programs and benefits that you can take advantage of.
Listen, Alonso. It's like this, homie.
I don't trust that the military even cares about the veterans.
Alonso, it's like this. Let's do this like we're in the yard, right, Alonso? You're barely pulling up on the yard on me, right? I've been in this yard for many, many years, right? And you're telling me this, and I'm telling you, these fools are all tweaked out, fool. But no, these fools are all tweaked out, fool. Stay off that meth. That's the message. These fools are all tweaked out. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck how gangster these guys. These fools are all tweaked out. And what's going on out there right now in the hoods, in the neighborhoods, everybody's on meth, dude. Call it what you want, Alonso. Say whatever you want. Everybody's on fucking meth. And it's like, nobody wants to see it. But that's what it is, fool. Everybody's on meth, Alonso. That's my clue.
Well, look, we got 1 minute left. I'll come back on here. This is going to close out in 1 minute. But 40% of the homeless population in LA is African American. 40 or 45% is African American. Right. And traditionally, African Americans they're not on meth as much as Latinos are.
Traditionally don't work no more, brother. It's a cheap ass high. Everybody's doing it. Traditionally don't work no more. But okay, you're getting high on heroin, then you're getting high on crack. No, it's drugs, buddy. It's drugs.
Blacks aren't doing methamphetamine at the same rate as Latinos are. Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.